Hey everyone, and welcome to the official Hero Wars YouTube channel. Ivan Ivanovich Ivanovsky speaking. This is another follow-up video to our big announcement regarding Judge's rework and the upcoming endgame content update. If you have not seen our previous videos about this topic yet, it is recommended to do so. The links to them will be in the description. Now back to this video. We have news regarding the Realm of Divinity update. As we had mentioned in our previous video, we want this content to be as long-lasting as possible, so we are adding a whole new expansion to the Realm of Divinity. This expansion will be unlocked after you reach maximum stats on Super Judge, and will be fully optional, to give players enough leeway to opt against activating it until they are ready. We actually have a very short animation to introduce this feature.
I've been observing this troublesome planet for a while. That Judge, he really is very conceited and thinks that he can just challenge Divinity just because. This is pure blasphemy, and it demands punishment. I think I had just the right punishment for him. Let's see how he gets out of this. If he can't do it, then he's not even a worthy opponent for me.
Hello player, long time no see. What brings you here? The emeralds of all creation? What's going on? I don't know what this is, but it feels absolutely great. Time to take over Dominion and turn it into a hell's paradise. I'm going to instill fear in every single being out there. It doesn't matter if they are titans, humans, drummers, elves, robots, aliens, negators of all creation, or whatever. Speaking of which, you're going to do my bidding too. I'll even revive you free of charge. Let's go, we have things to do.
That was a rather ominous short cutscene. But what happened exactly? Well, for one thing, the god of Hero Wars is not happy with Judge's guts, and as such, he cursed the emeralds of all creation, which Judge possesses, to transform him to his dark form. It is both a punishment and a test, to see if Judge can overcome this evil power. If he cannot do it, he is not a worthy challenger for him. Now, you might be wondering, what is it that Judge did to the entirety of Dominion? We would like to take this moment to introduce a whole new world to you. Welcome to the Dark Age of Dominion. Precisely as the name implies, Judge will plunge the entire world into an age of darkness. It is an optional path for experienced players, which must be undertaken should you want to upgrade Judge further beyond his super form. As the name implies, it is not a pleasant path to take. Dark Age in this context is the equivalent of becoming evil and turning against the world of Dominion. For starters, you will be kicked out of your guild, and you won't be able to join it back. In case you are the guild master of the guild, you will be treated as an inactive member and your guild master status will be involuntarily transferred to someone else. In fact, you won't be able to even look up your previous guild again. The reason being, you won't have access to the Standard League of Guilds. You will instead have the access to the Dark League of Guilds, which is the Dark Age's version of Standard League of Guilds, where other players in Dark Age will be able to create Dark Guilds as well. The main difference between these two leagues is that the Dark League of Guilds does not have any sub-leagues, meaning there is no such thing as Bronze, Silver and Gold League guilds in Dark Leagues. After all, whoever can reach this far is already very strong, quite a cut above the rest, so it is absolutely pointless to have castes of this kind in a Dark League of Guilds. Dark League guilds will similarly compete for higher rankings, however, just like the Standard League guilds, Dark League guilds won't collect regular war trophies of any kind. Instead, they will be able to collect new trophies called Blood War trophies. Why Blood War trophies, you might ask? It is because a lot of blood will be spilled in the Dark Age. Blood War trophies can be exchanged for Gold War trophies from Standard League of Guilds at a ratio 10 Gold War trophies per 1 Blood War trophy. Even the weakest Dark Guilds will be able to rack insane amounts of Guild War trophies. This is one of the advantages of a risky life in the Dark Age. Dark Guilds will also lack access to the regular pet adventures. Instead, They will have a whole new game mode that is exclusive to this age. It will be similar in the way that you can hire 2 players for help, but your target here is not the forces of chaos. Instead, you will be able to attack any selectable player from the good side of Dominion. A successful attack on a player will reward the attackers handsomely in the form of rich spoils like tons of gold, item fragments, skin stones, pet potions, chaos particles and others. A very successful attack will also downgrade or destroy the target's infrastructure that is enhanced through our planned feature of donating gold to Emperor Ingvar. A very successful attack will rob all of the target shops, and as a result, the target won't be able to purchase any new item from any vendor until their shops reset. Players from the good side will be able to defend against these attacks by putting up defensive teams, just like in Arena, Grand Arena, Guild Wars and so on. In Dark Age, there is one rule to be followed. Allies become your enemies, and enemies become your allies. This means that armies of Chaos and Seymour's army are your allies, and the rest of the Dominion becomes your enemy. Players from the good side will be able to strike back against dark side players using a mechanic known as heists. Heists are a new mechanic exclusive to players from the good side of the Dominion. It allows players to form organized attacks against any selectable dark side player. A successful heist will rob the dark side player of gold and emeralds they are in possession of. Dark side players will likewise have the ability to put up defensive teams to diminish the chance of being mugged. Here is a catch though, Judge will not be usable for heists, neither for offense or defense. The reason is very simple, it is to give both parties a fair chance of succeeding or failing in heists. If the dark side player had the ability to use their Judge, it would always have a predictable outcome and the dark side player would be unbeatable in heists, no matter what kind of Judge the good side of Dominion brings to the table, which is why we are restricting Judge to make things more interesting. Another thing dark side players will lose access to is the ability to donate their gold to the government to improve the quality of shops, and the shop upgrades will also be temporarily lost for as long as the Dark Age lasts. Instead, Dark Age players will have a unique mechanic known as reputation. Reputation is a statistic that makes Dark Age players stand out more and become more visible and famous to other players. There will be even a whole new category for those players in the top rankings charts. The more reputation you have, the better deals you are offered in shops and special offers. Reputation can be earned through attacking players on the good side of Dominion via the unique game mode available only to Dark League guilds. Reputation cannot be purchased via any transaction in the game. As the other features in the Dark Age, reputation has significant downsides to consider. For starters, having high reputation will put a hefty bounty on you and you will be highlighted in Arena and Grand Arena modes, encouraging other players to attack you. Bounty values range anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000 emeralds per successful defeat, depending on your reputation. When someone defeats you and takes your place in Arena or Grand Arena, your reputation will be lowered by a certain amount as well. High reputation will also increase the likelihoods of other players wanting to form heists against you, as they will receive bonus rewards for attacking high reputation players in addition to the other spoils they can ransack from them. A successful heist also results in lost reputation. Reputation is retained even if you leave a dark guild and remain guildless or join another such guild, so even in those events you will still be very susceptible to heists and arena attacks. That concludes features that are planned for the Dark Age of Dominion. Now as for the new transformation of Judge, like we implied earlier, this will be a playable transformation of Judge. Once again, we have collabed with Load Runner to bring a sneak preview of his new stats, but still with the outdated graphics. The page's user interface is still not improved, so some stats are not fully visible. Once again, Dark Judge's actual power level at max stats is 9,999,987,782. Dark Judge will have multiple new mechanics that are unique only to him in this form. First thing Dark Judge will have is a new role called Demon God Role. Demon God Role is further evolution of the True God Role. Compared to True God Role, Demon God Role will have additional +1 priority to abilities, meaning Demon God Role has +2 priority compared to the regular God Role. If you want to learn more about priority, please watch part 2 of this update. In addition to greater priority, Demon God Role will have the unique ability to increase the power of Demon Underling Role heroes. Demon Underling Role heroes will receive 20% boost to all of their stats in battles they fight. Now you might be wondering, Who are these demon underling role heroes? Demon underling role heroes will be every single hero in Dark Age, meaning everyone will benefit from this ability except for Dark Judge, who will be the only hero with a different role. Another mechanic unique to Dark Judge is a new stat, which is speed. Speed is normally an unwritten statistic which determines how fast a character moves, attacks and uses their abilities. Judge in any form has very high speed, but Dark Judge will have the ability to increase his speed even further through this stat. Dark Judge innately possesses 1000% speed stat by default. As such, he is also 11 times faster than any other hero in the game at all times. Dark Judge will further have exclusive access to level 2000, and with that also comes access to level 2000 skill levels. He will also have access to level 1000 glyphs, level 1000 skins, and level 1000 artifacts. On the matter of skins, Dark Judge will have the same skins as his 100% power and super forms, but with different appearance. From left to right, his default skin, his antique skin, his royal skin, and his emperor's skin. As with 100% power Judge and Super Judge, your investments will carry over when Super Judge unlocks his dark form. The last thing that changes about Dark Judge are his skills. His ultimate ability, Infernal Dance, is an evolution of the Omniversal Tempest skill. Compared to its previous form, Infernal Dance will deal even more damage than before, and strike every enemy 256 times per activation, doing pure damage. His green skill, Barrier of Demon God, is an evolution of the Shield of God skill. Compared to its previous form, it will protect from even more damage, and the reflection ratio is further improved to 64 times the damage received. His blue skill, Rapture of Demon God, is an evolution of the Illusion of God skill. Per activation, Judge will now block up to 400 attacks, and attackers will be charmed for 80 seconds at base duration without fail. As with a basic ability, this cannot be resisted or removed, and the debuff cannot be overwritten by an ally. And finally, his purple skill, Infernal Retribution, is an evolution of the Divine Wrath skill. Compared to the basic form of the skill, it will bounce back attempted debuffs on Dark Judge, affecting the enemy team instead. So for example, if enemy Leon attempts to charm Dark Judge with her enchantment or conciliation skills, Dark Judge will bounce back these effects and the enemy Leon will get charmed instead. If Leon's charm makes enemies fall in love with her, then this is the equivalent of Dark Judge reversing it and making Leon fall in love with him instead. This ability also allows Dark Judge to steal opponents' buffs, ranging from abilities like Nebula's Equilibrium skill, to weapon artifact boosts. This ability will also sap even more health and energy thanks to the level upgrades. That concludes everything new Dark Judge features. One last thing before this video ends. Do you remember how Dark Judge revived Corrupted Seymour in the cutscene? Corrupted Seymour will be a playable addition to the game. He is not being introduced as a new Titan. Instead, Corrupted Seymour is being introduced as a new pet that can be assigned only to Dark Judge as a patronage pet, but otherwise he can be deployed as a field pet in any team. And if you are wondering what is he going to boost, that is a secret for now. That is all for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you next time in Dominion, or in another YouTube video.